If that doesn't happen, okay, let's adapt and let's move to something else, and let's see what went wrong in my thinking and what is actually really happening. That's smart guy, see? That's how a smart guy looks like. Usually. And now here comes the other guy. Yeah. Yo, what's going on? This is, what time is it? This is, I think, Tuesday, and it's about 5:30. I'm walking down home. I'm actually pretty tired. I'm gonna go take an hour and a half nap because I've went to sleep at like 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. something. I woke up like 6 a.m. I went to the gym right here, then spent along with my day. So it was kind of interesting. But the interesting fact is, when you go down that route and you really push yourself in that kind of sense, what tends to happen is that you get, you sometimes forget about all these things like stubbornness and health and all these things, and I'm trying to kind of like remind myself of those. So that's what I'm doing now, going on an hour and a half nap. So let's do it. Took my 1 hour and a half nap, which was pretty cool. I got asked on this on Messenger, if you were to name one thing that would be the most important trait that you would have, what would you think that would be? And I think that trait would be my ability to change. Therefore my ability to adapt, okay? So adaptability. And I really believe in that, because if there's one thing that I've noticed is that what you have or what you're good at or what you're doing always changes. And especially at the rate of involvement and improvement that things are going at the moment, if you don't change really, really fast, it's gonna become really hard to just stay in your game if you don't learn really fast, if you don't adapt to circumstances and just go completely with the speed of change. Now, people don't like this because they want to stay the same, they want to find comfort in what they're doing, and they want to just get to a place, get there, and then stay, and it's so good. And that's just not gonna happen. If you believe that, if you believe that you learn in order to get to a place and then you're staying there, if you're in it for an end result somewhere, sometime, you're just not gonna win at the highest peaks, because that moment it's every time. Like, you're getting there, you think you got it, then you realize there's so much more. You learn, you continue. You get there, you think you got it, then you realize again, there's so much more. So that's kind of the journey of life, I think, in everything. And I'm probably not the most experienced person in this role to say this, right? So I would say the one most important trait that you think you need in your life, if you really want to get ahead and be quote unquote successful, or just do whatever you want to do, is be adaptable. You know, and this has so many implications, right? Like personality implications, like not being energetic all the time, not being calm all the time, not having a hard time focusing a camera all the time, like all these things, you know? Like, for example, not being completely stubborn on some things and being stubborn on other things, not caring about some things and completely caring about other things, being really short-term oriented while being long-term oriented. So like, there's all these things that if you understand that they take time and that they take adaptability and continuous learning, you'll understand to develop so many characteristics in order to adapt to the goal that you're going after. So I hope that's kind of clear. It's definitely not clear, but it's kind of clear, and it's kind of my vision on it, and it's just what I'm trying to teach my team to, and whoever I can. Like, be adaptable, man. Like, I don't care about what I think, you know. Like, if I think this, if I think that brands will move their TV budgets in social, and that doesn't happen. Well, I really believe that will happen, but if that doesn't happen, okay, let's adapt and let's move to something else, and let's see what went wrong in my thinking and what is actually really happening and what is the causation and the effect and in the actions of the other people. So like, the only thing that matters is the truth for me, and I try to hold that as much as I can, and I'm gonna adapt to the truth as much as I can, you know? And people mostly wanna avoid the truth, one, and if they see it, they're gonna deny it, okay? And they're not adapting to what's happening actually. So that's what I think is happening, and it's really interesting. Now I'm gonna go and crumble back on my work. So this funny thing happened in the last couple of days. I think it was the first 2 or 3 days in the last maybe 2 years in which I basically had the option to have a free day, because something's happened and I didn't have, like, I always have my days booked full, like from morning to when I'm going to sleep, and I didn't have this I think today and tomorrow or something, right? And I had that choice, and I was like, oh, this is a defining moment. So I'm gonna book them full with other things because I want to go fast, but that was like a moment. So I know that what that means, and I'm gonna tell you in future vlogs, okay? I think it means a really interesting thing. It means I've done a good job in some things, and that's playing out, and I love that. So enough for today. Gonna go back on my work. Thank you so much for watching the vlog, even though the light is completely weird. Wow, look how beautiful it looks outside. That looks beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, okay?
I sold $100,000 of what I owned, the price goes down, I start buying up, I buy more, I buy more. I can manipulate the market really easily if I have a lot of money. So they're trying to avoid that by making it as hard as possible for you to register multiple accounts.